What? Well, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to Tyler's Real Fishing. Today's episode is one that I'm very excited about because I'm fishing a private lake today that I didn't even know I was gonna have the opportunity to fish. Now, all I know about this lake is that there was a 12-pounder caught, I believe, 2 years ago by Brent Chapman's son, along with a myriad of 6 to 8 pounders that day. And Alton called them and said, hey, is there any chance we can come fish out here for a few hours? And the guy that owns this place, don't even know who he is, he said, sure, we don't even use it, we just look at it. That's criminal. To have this lake and not use it, just look at it. And so right now I have no clue what the fish are gonna be biting on. I don't know if the fish are even healthy in here, but I do know that there are big ones, at least there were big ones in the past. And so we're gonna strap the chest mount on, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do like 2 hours of basically uninterrupted chest mount footage. So very little edits. If I get a phone call or I gotta answer a text, of course I'll cut that out of the footage, but I'm just gonna go fishing. I'm probably gonna bring 3 or 4 rods with me, and I'm just gonna break down in an unedited format what it looks like to fish a, what I call more of the lake style of pond. Or maybe this isn't even a pond. This is probably a lake. So I guess this actually might be my first video of breaking down how to bank fish a lake. So welcome to the channel. Here we're all about catching more fish and teaching you guys how to do it for yourselves. So let's jump into the fishing. We are walking through the woods. I do like the looks of this pond, or this lake. I should stop saying pond. I feel like because I'm bank fishing that I'm fishing a pond, but this is a stinking lake. There's an island in the middle that's got a house on it. It's a big lake house there, a huge dam section over there. So I got 3 rods. I got a jerk bait, I've got a swimming worm, and I've got a thunder cricket chatterbait. So, and also of course a bag of tackle that has a water bottle and my sandwich. And I only have about 2.5 hours to fish, but we are going to attempt to do the whole thing unedited. So kind of picking where to fish. Water is very clear. Let me take y'all down to the water here. And of course I did check out the water, you know, clarity and cover before I rigged up my rods, but these are really some of my favorite pre-fishing lures when it comes to fishing ponds and small lakes from the bank. And actually I had a video just come out last week on that, but hopefully y'all can see it's pretty dang clear. I mean, because of the shadows and things, I can't exactly tell how deep I can see, but I guarantee you it's 6 to 8 foot visibility. I don't see much hydrilla or milfoil, but I do feel good about the fishing. Who's calling me? Alton Jr. Hey, what you got?
We're catching them on like swim baits and stuff like that. Little swim baits.
Little swim baits, like on a jig head?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, folks, we have received intel from the man who's in the boat on this lake, and they're biting little soft plastic swim baits, which I have one of, but I did not get a jig head for it. I just realized. So we're gonna head back to the truck. I am gonna do a cut here because that's kind of a waste of time. So we'll see y'all when we are ready to fish. So we are done rigging, and we are back with a swim bait that I had replaced the swimming worm, because if they're catching them now, of course the fish could be in different, you know, areas of the lake in terms of how deep they are. So up this little creek arm here, they could be a little bit shallower than Alton's catching them, but if he's catching them in like 20 feet of water, the swimming worm does us no good. So I'm gonna get back here in the shade a little bit, then test out some sunny areas, then go test out maybe the dam, and then kind of drive around. The cool thing about this, the whole lake is bank fishable, and it's basically the whole thing is you can drive around it. Like you can't like drive through the woods here, but there's roads that kind of go around the entire lake, which is just awesome. I do wish I was in the boat though, not gonna lie to y'all. Oh, I just realized that I'm not cutting any of this. It literally just dawned on me. I was daydreaming about how I was gonna catch them, and I realized that I can't cut any of this out. So you're gonna see my thought process. My body process. I'm literally letting the swim bait fall all the way out there, and it fell like 11, 12. That fell for like 10 seconds, and at a rate of fall with this 10-pound line and this bait, that's got to be like 15 feet deep out there, 20 feet. So we're going to attempt to let it sink to the bottom for the first, 100 yards that I fish this lure, along with some other ones. And then we're going to try reeling it higher up in the water column, doing all kinds of different retrieves to find out what these fish want. Throwing little swim bait's better on a spinning rod, but we ain't doing that. We ain't doing no spinning rod. I also I don't have one lined up. Like, I have a spinning rod in my car, but I haven't put any line on it. So that would take time away from the fishing, which I don't really want to do. Let's keep this train rolling, rolling on the river of love. Rolling, rolling, rolling. See, I feel like I should be throwing a chatterbait, but the fish just don't seem to be that shallow. In lakes like this, you know, if it's dirty water, they can tend to heat up really quick, but the water's really clean in here. So my guess is these fish are even behind the lake fish at Lake Eufaula, which is where the pros are fishing right now. I'm guessing they're behind those fish. But let me make a few more casts with this swim bait. It does kind of look sketchy though here. I see a bunch of shallow brush. So I'm gonna go to the chatterbait here in a second. I've also got a red chatterbait on, which is definitely not the right color chatterbait for this watercolor. That was a bad cast. I still gotta get used to fishing on the bank. It takes a different casting mentality. You can't just whip it, because then I'm gonna grab a stick behind me and get a backlash. Oh, I see a bass on the bank. He's like maybe a quarter pound, but I do see a bass on the bank, and he's like looking at him. He's looking at me. He's coming up to say hello. I said, hey, what's up? Hello. How's my drag doing? Drag's okay. There we go. 3, 4, 5. I'm actually going to start the process of figuring out what depth the fish are in, and the water's on a little faster. So I'm not going to give it 100 yards. Just going to start now. And man, if I start getting any sort of shallower bites on the chatterbait or on the swim bait, I'm totally gonna go back and get the swimming worm. Oh. I gave that fish right there a flip, and he said, skedaddle. This is sketchy. Again, I wouldn't be throwing this swim bait right now, like this early in my process. This would definitely not be the first lure that I go to in this situation. It'd be the jerk bait, and because of the time of the year and the water clarity, it'd be chatterbait after that. Swim bait would come relatively soon, but because somebody at this body of water told me what they're biting, you know, you're kind of dumb to not give that a try. At least keep them honest. Let's keep going. I'm gonna put the swim bait down for a second, pick up the chatterbait. I also brought a white chatterbait with me and a green pumpkin chatterbait. And when I say chatterbait, I mean the thunder cricket, the Australian thunder monkey. Gosh, it looks beautiful around here. I'd love to fish here in the spawn. Oh, there's some bluegill fry down there. So that's what they're eating, because I haven't seen any bait fish yet. I know there's bait fish in here. Everybody in this style of lake, you know, stocks bait fish, so they're in here. But I'm gonna keep walking. I really want to keep walking until I see a fish shallow. I'm just scouring the bank as I walk. I see a bluegill. That means the green pumpkin chatterbait should work. I also should have worn pants, because my legs are gonna get all itchy. It's just so nice outside, and I haven't worn shorts in months. Let's see. Let's get the old jerky bait to try. Put these rods against this tree, and I'm gonna get this sticker burr out of my sock. Okay. Get out of here. It's my hole. This This is my fishing hole. If you're curious about how to fish a jerkbait, as I'm doing here, I made a video about it. So check up in the corner if I can remember to put it there, or just search on YouTube, Tyler's Reel Fishing Jerkbait, and you'll find your video. Check my phone. I feel like somebody called me. My wife. She said, miss you. I'm gonna text her back here in 1 second after this cast, because I love and miss my wife too. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a pause so I can, or a camera break so I can text Hannah. Oh, that's a fish. That's a fish. Ho ho ho! Look at that. On the jerkbait. On the jerkbait. Wow. That's a strong fish for a 1 pounder. Holy smokes, that fish is strong. Y'all, that fish came after I paused it for like 5 seconds. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, that was close. That was close to getting hooked. Don't do that, folks. Wow. This guy had all the hooks in his face, and he's strong and fat. Look at the dimensions of that boy. Very cool. That is awesome. Thank you, friend, for playing. He was in shallow brush, so that makes me think either they're going to keep biting the jerkbait or the swimming worm is worth my time. We'll have to see about that. So he bit right here in this wood. I'm going to cast right there. See if that's a pattern that I can extrapolate on. But like I said, I was like just letting it sit there for a few seconds and then kind of like slowly moved it and the fish was on there. Good to know. That makes me wonder how hard the 5 to 10 pounders are going to fight. Sheesh. Dun, 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 dun. If you don't like singing, you might not like this video because I sing a lot when I fish. Just kind of how I be. It's who I is, you know? And if you don't like who I is, you see yourself at the door. I don't mean that, of course. Well, actually, I kind of do, because I'm not going to change who I is. But I also would love if you would stay and maybe discover who you is. What's your purpose in life? Okay, so one fish on a little brushy area. It's so tempting to just like leave all the tackle of the truck and just take one rod. But until I start whacking them on this jerkbait, I need to bring this other stuff with me. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take this next little area here to throw the chatterbait. Even though I just caught one on the jerkbait. That's not, you know, the best strategy usually, but sometimes I like to employ bad strategies. I think Michael Jordan once said that bad strategies equal professional results. So I think about that every day. Okay. Wait, I just told myself I was picking up the chatterbait. Tyler, you're a dummy. You are a dummy dumb face. I'll make a cast over there to that point. How's the clip doing? 3 minutes, that's not too bad. We see that still going? Okay. 4 minutes long. I am working this lake significantly slower than I work most ponds or, you know, lakes, or I guess most bank fishing situations, because the water's clear. I feel like there's more opportunities for these fish to be doing certain things, but if it's pre-spawn, that water's dirty like it was in my last video, those fish have no reason to not be up shallow, feeding up, and you can catch them on a spinnerbait or a chatterbait. So that's why I'm keeping my options open. I also have intel that I'm using from Alton, and so I got a lot of kind of things in my head. Otherwise, I'd be going really fast. Also, it's hard to walk this bank. It's not like a flat golf course pond, so it's not as accessible to bank fish quickly. I apologize, folks. The GoPro died because it was overheated. I have a little windscreen that I use for the camera when it's windy, but it definitely traps in heat from the camera. So anytime that I go into an area that's not windy for 5 to 10 minutes, it'll overheat real quick. So no more of that for now. Once it gets windy, I'll put the thing back on. Oh, this is risky. I gotta go up here and make a cast. Right? Yeah, right. This is cool. It's like a little ditch over here. If I catch a fish, I don't know how I'm gonna land it, but that's a problem we'll figure out when it comes. If you'll notice, I'm working the jerkbait up because the water I think is shallower in this little pocket here. So working it up keeps the jerkbait higher. But also, I can't really work it down because I got all this brush here. And I don't want to be inhibiting my action or nicking my line on this tree in the process. That jerkbait looks juicy. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, cuz that jerkbait doesn't look juicy. I guess I can work it down over here. No trees in this little opening. Yes, there are. Let's go ahead and keep ourselves moving. You know what, for the sake of y'all being entertained, I'm gonna cut my camera every time that I move, unless I got something to say. So all I'm doing is I'm moving over to that point over there because I've fished this side of the pocket, I've cast to that side of the pocket, so it doesn't make any sense to fish that other side coming back this way. Sometimes you want to give them a different look, different angle, but that's usually if the water's dirty and you can't see the fish that might have been on the bank, but I could see the bank and there's no fish there. So casting at this bank from the other side is not worth my time. Kind of looks good. It's definitely shallower though. This point is not a deep point, it's a shallow point. But I could see some fish sitting on it or sitting on the edge of it, warming up, getting ready to pre-spawn. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a few jerkbait casts at this little brush area right here. No fish there. I gotta check what time I gotta be back. Gotta be back for the takeout of MLF. So if they've got, how much longer do they have? Period 2, they got 5 minutes left. So they've got like, oh, they have like 2.5 hours left to fish. Yeah, I think so. I'll check it in like an hour. See how much time they got left. I think I've got to leave at like 3. That's my guess. Oh gosh, there's one. There's one. Well, Piece of wood, but I feel like that was a bite before I had this piece of wood. I could be totally wrong. Sometimes wood feels like a fish, but also sometimes a fish feel like wood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Well, fish didn't want it that cast, so let's see about third time's the charm. I think that'd be fun on a live camera for like MLF. They'd have a hard time shutting me up. All right, no fish. It's totally possible that a little bit of wind is not a bad idea on a lake like this today. Super clear water, some skittish fish. A little bit of wind on this next bank might be better. Every part of me wants to be in a boat right now, because this lake, this feels like a lake to me, and I know what areas I could go to if I was in that boat, and probably have success a little bit faster. But I want to be able to empathize with that part of my audience that's on the bank, because I love you guys too. Okay, just picked up, actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw some bait while we're here on this point. I feel like it needs to be kept honest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Okay, fell for like 11 seconds, so it's probably 18 feet out there is my guess, because this falls like faster than a foot a second. Alright. I don't know where the term keeping them honest comes from, if I'm being honest. honest. Oh, there's probably snakes in here. Who cares? Not me. I love snakes. I welcome any and all snakes. Come to Papa. Okay. Looks like we got a really shallow point all around this thing here. I'm gonna keep walking. I really just want to try to find an area. Like, I'm skipping a lot of potential fishing spots, but it doesn't really bother me. I just want to cover some water. I go down here. Really wish it had hydrilla. That'd be cool. It must just have really good rock or something. Maybe the clay filters it. Fall. Alright, red chatterbait is not going to be the move. I'm already calling it. Already guessing. That's not going to be the deal. The conditions just don't line up, especially the water clarity. Black and blue and red are my dirty water chatterbait colors for this time of the year. It's significantly deeper out there. I just cast into what had to be like 25 feet. Oh, there's the wind. Apologize if it gets windy. I don't want to put on the windscreen yet. This train rolling. I'm just trying to think of what to do. If I don't get anything by the next pocket, a point up there, in like 200 yards, I'm gonna come back and drive my truck around elsewhere, try to see if I can get to a different location where there might be some more fish. This bank looks kind of juicy. This bank looks juicy, juicy J. Juicy jerky J. And speaking of that, we're gonna throw the jerkbait, because that's what they're biting. At least for me, from the bank. I gotta bring a water temperature thermometer with me. I always tell you guys about water temperature without realizing that a lot of y'all in ponds don't actually have a water temperature thing, but I'm gonna start using one, and maybe that would prompt some of you guys to use one as well, because I know how important water temperature is, and I never really think about the fact that you pond guys probably don't have that thing. So I apologize for my ignorance. I will do better. I will post black square in solidarity of my ignorance. That's a no to these fish. You know what? I'm literally going to leave all my stuff. Actually, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. I really want to work this bank a lot faster. So I'm going to see if there's a road up here. If there is, I'm leaving all this, my bag and my other 2 rods up there. And I'm literally just going to work the bank with a jerkbait. Let us see. What is up here? Oh yeah. There is a little dirt road right here. So these 2 rods and this tackle bag are staying up here. Here we go. We're committing. We are committing to this relationship. It may cost us time, money, energy, passion, our lives, but we're doing the jerkbait. Because that's how strongly I feel. How strongly I feel a love for it. I feel such a strong desire to catch bass on a jerkbait. You guys probably think that I'm really weird at this point, but this is just me. This is just me being who I am. Someone's calling me now. Man. Alton. Yo.
Hey, you catch any?
I caught one on jerkbait.
Nice. I was just touching base, seeing if you're catching any, because we can't see you. If you need fish catches down on the dam, like your far half, like almost all the way to the corner's got a lot of fish.
Toward the corner y'all were fishing?
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
We'll end up back over there a little later. But
got it. Have y'all not caught any more?
I mean, we caught a few. Nothing.
Are you seeing any cover out from the bank?
No.
Interesting.
Like almost. There's a lot of contour.
Okay.
There's not cover.
And are fish suspended?
Yes.
Okay. But you're having trouble catching them?
Yeah. They're super suspended and they're super fast.
Interesting.
Like they're constantly moving here.
Gotcha. All right.
So, all right.
I'll keep plugging around. See ya. Well, that was a less than stellar report. Seems like the fish, at least from his side of things, are not quite as easy to catch as we had assumed. That can happen though on these bodies of water. Not like they're, world-renowned private lakes, but they're very, very difficult to catch the fish. Usually that's because they're highly pressured, but sometimes it's just because they're old fish. They've been in here for a long time. And it doesn't matter if they haven't been fished for in a while. They still are hard fish to catch because they're smart. Also happens when the fish have an abundance of bait fish or forage. What I'm doing is I'm going to walk all the way down to this point, survey the area, and then come back and fish the bank here from my right side, because I like jerking it going right instead of trying to use my rod up to the left. So I'm sorry if this is a all over the place video. I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see what I do. To see what I do and break it down all throughout the few hours that I have. So as you'll see, I'm walking the bank higher up so that if there are any fish that would be spooked by me walking farther down, I don't spook them. So get up here. Now work my way back down to this point. It kind of looks juicy back there. I think I'm gonna drive down there. Let's get ourselves cast by this lay down. Okay. And sheesh, it's windy. I apologize, boys and girls. Alright, I just made the same cast. That was dumb. Yeah, it looks juicy and less clear back there. I could be wrong. But we're going to make our way back there at some point. There's also like 3 more ponds on this property that are actually ponds. This is the lake. There are actual ponds too. And those might be worth a check if we're allowed to fish them. I'm not sure what my credentials have to be today. This jerkbait comes out of the cover pretty well. But it did get some clay. It's dragging bottom there, as you can see. Whoa! I found someone's crankbait. It's the old live target. No, a Rebel. Ooh, it's a Rebel crawfish crank. Oh, we're totally keeping that, folks. That's going in the tackle box. I'm just kidding, probably not in the tackle box, but it will be going to somebody. I usually, when I find lures or just end up with, random lures on my boat from things, I'll keep them in a pile and then do a giveaway where I send them to somebody that won one of my giveaways. I'll kind of throw some more lures in that package. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. I'll throw some hooks on it as the head was hookless, and we'll give it to somebody more needy than I, because I don't need a old-fashioned crawfish crankbait, unless that's a collector's item, which I doubt. Whoop. All right, I'm getting impatient. I'm getting very impatient. This bank also just got much, much steeper. I mean, sorry, steeper, shallower. Just not really feeling this. And I don't like to waste my time just kind of casting out in the middle, especially when Alton tells me that there's no cover out there. That kind of seems like a waste of my time. So, gonna keep making some casts as I walk down, and we're gonna go check out that corner. If I can get over that side, we'll check it out because it looks kind of juicy back in there. And if we can't get there, then we'll go straight to the dam where they were catching fish and see if we can't put ourselves on a little swim bait whack fest. Yeah, I'm getting real impatient. All right, when I get like this, folks, just know something about me. When I get a thought in my head, I do it. And I have this thought that these fish are not going to be on these random flat banks just cruising. I don't think they're quite there yet. It'd have to be like another 2 to 3 weeks, I think, here in Alabama. And also, it's bluebird sky conditions. What that means is that the pressure, barometric pressure, is high. That causes fish to go deeper, to suspend, to get funky on you, and overall makes for less good fishing. Unless the fish are on beds, then you want bluebird skies and zero wind. But every time else throughout the year, these conditions are pretty tough. So we'll see you guys back at the truck as we head to location number 2. But first, I just gotta soak this in. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I'm blessed. Wish I lived here. This is cool. If I lived here, though, I'd be putting hydrilla in this lake. Not gonna lie, this feels so cool to be driving along the side of the lake. We're just oh gosh. I was about to say, oh my gosh, a bald eagle. Holy cow. That's a bald eagle right here. Will he move if I drive by? No way. That's a bald eagle. Are you injured, buddy? He looks injured. What do you do when there's an injured bald eagle? Let me get out my phone and take a video real quick for Instagram. There's literally, y'all, a bald eagle right there. It doesn't seem like it was that injured. It could at least walk. Or not walk. It could at least fly. Didn't look very healthy, though, when it was flying. Not gonna lie. Looked pretty dang sickly. All right, what we're gonna do here is we're going to post these Instagram stories. All right, we're finally back to fishing. I'm gonna stand up here and make some casts to this stick. It's definitely much shallower in this little pocket. And I'm gonna put the windscreen back on because it's windy. Oh no. Ah, crap. That one felt like a fish too. It's third cast or so with the chatterbait and I get stinking stuck. Ugh. And from the bank, you can't really do much about getting stuck. You can really walk to some angles and see if you can pull it off from a different angle, but unless the pond is small enough to walk around to the other side, you ain't getting your bait back. Ah, dang it. Oh, hey, I got it. Let's go. just pulled that sucker out. All right, let's make a cast to this shallow point here. I think it's really shallow, because I can see the sticks. All right. There's like a shallow point that sticks out here. Oh, a little tiny, oh, that was not a quiet entry. Yeah, you're not gonna catch a fish on that cast, Tyler. There is a little pocket right there off that point, and then it gets a little deeper here before this island. And that's really what I came down here for, was this island. There's one. Oh, dang it. Oh, He barely nipped at it. That was 100% a fish though. Crap. They are not in a chasing mood, man. They are not in a chasing mood. That was for sure a fish. Got a good feeling about this next part of this bank. It just got like much steeper back here than it was. The bank kind of reflects that, not super well. It's not like crazy deep in there, but it definitely has a good little, what I call a ditch, where you get some cover in there and it kind of slants down real quick, and those fish use that as a pathway to get where they're going. So if you got any water flowing, this can be good. I feel like this could be good because the wind is pushing right down the middle of it. It'll just kind of stir up the whole ecosystem. Obviously the water clarity is not as good right here. It's like 2 foot, well no, maybe 4 foot. But compared to the 6 to 8 foot we had right down there, this water's quite a bit dingier. Play that funky music, white boy. Yeah. Oh, whoa. It's a whole thing there. Man, you think from a private lake that's never fished, you'd have a bit more bites at least. Man, this doesn't make any sense why I'm not catching any. I'm in shock, to be totally honest. We got like submerged little bushes and grass here. The water doesn't feel that cold. And it doesn't make sense why there's not at least a few fish. A few males that have pushed back here. I'm confused. Mega confused. And I don't like it. The reason why I keep walking is because I can't believe there's not fish back here. I refuse to believe it. I'm gonna keep walking until I reach the end of this little cut. Like, look at these. We got flooded trees back here. There ain't no way. Well, one thing I don't like is that weird color on that clay down there. Y'all see that? What the heck is that? I like rust. There's some kind of weird color down there to that clay. Huh. Not sure about that. Don't really like that, but... Oh, does it come from runoff? Yeah, it might be runoff. Oh, there's got to be a time of the year coming up in the next few weeks when this area is just popping with fish. I guess it is interesting though. This is not hard bottom back here. So the fish would spawn in the base of these little bushes, but besides that, there's actually nothing else for them to spawn on. Kind of interesting thing to think about. The hard bottom is out there, all the rock and gravel. Food for thought. Might look juicy from the naked eye, but it may be no good under the water. Oh, I saw that coming. There we go. Okay. Oh, someone's calling me. What you got for me?
Did you already leave?
No.
Oh,
I drove. I'm way up here in this pocket.
Have you caught any up there?
No.
Okay. I just went way up in the other pocket and didn't catch jack diddly squat. So
It looks like Edwin Evers type logs back here, man.
does it?
It's juicy. I'm not catching squat.
Yeah, I think they're all down still.
That's
They're all
crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna head down to the dam soon.
Okay.
Bye. Alrighty. The consensus is the fish are not back here. So that makes me feel a little better that I don't just stink. 2, 3. This will be my last cast here. We're gonna spend the rest of the time chasing those fish that are out suspended. I might throw a deeper diving jerkbait. I might throw a list of things. Well, one more cast to clear my spool and to get it over some juicy wood over there. Yeah, that's criminal for there not to be fish here. Absolutely criminal. On the road again. I asked people on Instagram what to do about the bald eagle, and they said call the game warden, but I don't know if they'd even come to private land, and like I said, the bird flew off. So there's not really much that I can do right now. If the bird wasn't flying at all, if he was just hobbling, then I would definitely call somebody. But the fishes, I mean, did I keep saying fish? The bird. The bird flies, so he'll be fine. He just must have had some kind of bacterial infection. Off we go to the dam. Right, We have made our way all the way around the lake. I had to do some off-roading at times because it was so like bumpy and muddy. But finishing up the sandwich. We got 38 minutes left to fish. If I don't catch anything in the next like 28 minutes, I'm packing up and going to one of those ponds that I saw on the way in here. They look juicy. All right, here we go. Do me dirty, little buddy. What the heck? There we go. I see what looks like a bed, but there's no way. Well, either way, I'm going to flip to it. So it could be. Is that a fish? There's no way that's a bed. It just looks like where a bed would be, you know. Oh, almost just died. Yeah, it's not a bed. Just looks beddy. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, it's windy. I apologize if the windscreen is not even enough. It might be. Oh, I had a fish. Oh, no way. Wow, I thought my swim bait hit the bottom, but it did not. It had a fish the whole time. That's cool. I pulled up and there was a fish there. Wow. So as always, folks, when you're fishing around fish that might be schooled up, make a cast to the same exact area. These fish are so fat. Like, look at this thing. Where are the big ones? Look at how tubby that boy is. That guy's going on Instagram. That guy's going on the Instagram. Sheesh. That's a Tubosaurus Rex right there. Tubby McTubface. All right, right there. Barely big enough to even eat the swim bait. Ooh. And a 7.5 on the dismount. So we're gonna cast right. Where did I cast? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess he ate it on the fall, so might as well let it fall all the way. That feels good. Thanks to the local intel, I caught one. Always goes to the fact that if your buddy's catching them on something, just do the same thing. Don't be a dummy and try to force something different. If the fish are biting a swimmy, throw a swimmy. I had to make sure I was recording. Props to y'all who have stuck around for this whole, there's one. That one feels slightly bigger. That one feels bigger. That is bigger. Let's go. It's a school of fish right over there. This one feels like a 3-pounder, I'm guessing. Oh, yes it is. Hey, yo, they're here. They're here. Whoa. Bring it in here, buddy. You are so gosh dang fat. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, I apologize, folks. I probably just gave that fish a concussion. Wow, so fat. He swam away fine. Let's go for cast number 3. Oh, that was not the same cast. Dang it. Still let it fall all the way to the bottom. I'm gonna go down and lip these fish if they're of that size from now on. All right, I'm gonna reel that cast in because that was not a good cast. Right there. I got 2. Swim bait. You what? I'm trying. Oh, they've got one over there. Look at that. Good for them. If you're curious on how to fish the exact, there it is, swim bait that I'm throwing, I have a video on that I've posted to my channel as well. Just search Tyler's Reel Fishing swim baits, or maybe you won't find it on there. I'll link it below. I'll have it linked in the video description. But this is fun. Thank you, Alton, for this little school of fish. A little deeper school of fatties. This is crazy. Look at that fish, so fat. That should be the cast. How's the lens looking? Clean that baby up a little bit. What a good way to end the day. Finding some fish. So they're not quite even pre-spawn yet. These fish here are still stinking winter fish. These are not pre-spawners. I guess they're technically like in the pre-spawn, but no, they're not. They're in the winter. They get lower. Is my $5 being wasted? Gosh dang. Looks like it is. See, that's why I'm not a betting man. Because I would bet on teams and horses that would lose. Maybe the fish moved a little deeper. It's possible. Slow roll this thing. Yeah, it makes sense that these fish, even if they were pre-spawn, that they would suck back out to this type thing. Oh no. I got stuck. I got gosh dang stuck. I'm gonna have to go try from the other angle. Dang it. We're stuck. Just gotta pull it. Oh, it pulled out. How nice. How nice of them to go ahead and pull out of that for me. Must have been super thin brush, but I'm glad I came to the other side because Alton and them are now fishing this area from a boat. So I might as well make the same casts I was making at these fish, or the same school of fish, but just make different casts at them. So I'm gonna come stand down here. All right, GoPro had overheated, which was a bummer, but my first cast over here resulted in a fish. So we're gonna get this baby off. Hopefully my camera doesn't overheat now. I think it did while I was going through the woods because I had no wind, but I just saw a fish bust over here too. That one sounded bigger. So we're gonna 2, 3, 4, let it sink about 7-8 feet. Reel it back over this point. There's one. Oh, we on them. I knew it, folks. Probably the same fish that had just busted. How big is he? Not any bigger. All these fish are all the same size. 1 pounders, 1 to 1.5 pounders. But they're fat. Look at that thing. Sheesh. You see him out here, Alton?
Yeah, they're really scattered though. Earlier they were not scattered.
I mean, I just caught like 6 of them.
Yeah, I know. We watch.
Trav, you missed one?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Get you back in there. Oh. What are you saying about me?
Let's see if you can hit Tyler and I'll give you $1. I said I'll give you 5.
I'll give you $1 if you can hit me. I bet you fallow's rough. All right, the school of fish have been scattered. Like the what?
Like 11 pounds can't make it.
I know.
Hope it's like that tomorrow.
I doubt. I think y'all could have a better day.
You know exactly where you're going to go now? Regardless of weather? Yeah. Or if weather changes, it's something different, it's pretty good. What they're saying is going to be tomorrow morning. I have no idea. Sunny? Yeah.
These fish have relatively died. The school is scattered. Probably because I caught, whatever, 5 or 6, and they caught 1 or 2.
Where did the fishes go? Over there outside of the room.
Definitely not as active as they were, though. I saw an eagle that was like dying. Yeah, I drove past it about 5-10 feet away from it and it wouldn't move. And its back had like sores on it.
I think they do that. That's like a weird thing that they do.
Really?
Like, nest is right there.
Hey, there's the fish. That feels bigger. Nope. He just had his mouth open.
Got a couple big ones.
Did you really? Okay. They're so fat.
Yeah.
Little guy, Alton said that they've caught some 4-pounders. I have caught 0 4s. But hey, this is fun. Props to y'all who made it to the end. And a lot of you guys probably just... It's that guy, sorry, he just cast over near my line. Yeah, we do. I don't have any. And say they've caught some 4-pounders, and I have not. Oop, oh, that was not a fish. That was a rock.
I don't think there's quite as many fish in here as I think.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's good, but like, there's no structure.
It needs structure and grass.
There's no cover.
Yeah.
Like out here, there's like all these road beds and mounds and all that. But
Alton's saying right now that this lake has so much potential. It just needs more structure and cover. It's literally just a featureless bottom without it. There's a few humps out there. He said a few road beds of when they were building this thing. But besides that, there's not anything for these fish to get on out there. I apologize, folks. The camera keeps turning off. It keeps overheating. It's like it's windy, but I'm stuck in a little tiny, cut in these trees, so it's not quite as windy where I am. But I don't want to, take off the wind thing because I'm about to go back over there. What? Huh? Oh, he said they're schooling. He said they're schooling. Here we go. Here we go. Huzzah! Where are they at? Gosh, that water's so clear down there. I can see like 10 feet down there. Oh, they got one. They got one. The fish are there. Huzzah! They are double hooked up right now.
don't get too close.
Yeah, okay. There's literally a school of fish. Oh, that's a big one. No. They're all over this. They are tripled up right now. No?
Huh?
Thought y'all were tripled up. Oh, you're tripled up?
No, not yet. About to be. Now we are.
They're tripled up.
Come on.
I can't catch one. The fish are too far away from me. I need to go over here. Make a cast that direction. That's crazy. Well, dang it.
I was hoping they'd keep them pinned to the bank there. I just got crushed.
They're still there for y'all.
Yeah. Try throwing one right towards the boat.
Yeah. Ow, bad cast. The fish have quit schooling for some reason. There he is. Oh, get out of there. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Look at the way that he ate that swim bait. Down the mouth. He wanted that thing. All right. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. I just horsed that fish through the brush in 10-pound line.
See the eagle right up there? See his nest?
That's cool.
Yeah, this place got it all. It's like a man's heaven. I could see how it'd have some really big ones in here though.
I know.
There's so much deep water and
Oh, I had one.
are they like right under us?
Oh! Ah! Yes! All right, that was fun. You gotta keep these fish out of the brush. I probably shouldn't be throwing on a 10-pound line, but it's crazy. All right, they're halfway in between us. Camera overheated once again. I proceeded to catch 2 more off camera. And now I'm checking score tracker with MLF to see how much time I have left. And it's, I got 11 minutes now to fish. Hopefully catch a few more. It is not recommended to throw 10-pound line over cover like this. But you know what? It hasn't failed me yet. I think I'll break off in the next few fish because my line has to be getting frayed. But we noticed that these fish were schooling on little bait fish right around this point. And so for about 10 minutes, we all whacked on them. Oh, there's one. There's one. They moved over here. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day. You are so fat, my friend. You are so fat. Dude, look at this. Wow. That's crazy how fat this guy is. There's got to be some big ones in here. All right, folks. Sorry for that cut there. Had to take the old Instagram picture. But we have found the school again. They have moved right down there. That's like 2 or 3 casts in a row down there that I've caught one. Literally let the swim bait sink all the way to the bottom. And I'm just reeling it back very slowly. The fish chase it down and nail it. I mean, I've done the Do Bass Eat This series, but I'd love to see what they look like eating a swim bait, just crawling along the bottom. Man, they are so strong. This is awesome. I just can't wait to hook up a giganzor. Not gonna complain though. To y'all who stuck around, big time props because you found them. You found me catching them. There we go. That was a little bit shallow of a cast, but it might still work. You see fish in that cut? All right. The boat has now taken my casting area, so we're gonna let them pass. Oh, I just got hit. Oh gosh! Yes, yes. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Get out of the stick. Get out of the sticks. Oh. Oh, yes. Hello. Hello. Ah, ha, ha, ha. This is fun. I am not going to complain about this kind of fish catching action, folks. This is what a private pond should be. I got to get a better selfie, better lighting. I can tag out in a minute. Take my sunglasses off. Where's their boat? There they are. Perfect. Lots and lots of fun. This one would go almost 3 pounds. Real healthy fish. They all are, man. All these fish are healthy. Oh, Alton's got one. Alton's got one. Not a grande. Where'd my sunglasses go? Oh, there they are. I threw them on the ground. This is not a bad time.
Oh, he missed it. No. What time do you have to leave?
In like 5 minutes.
Oh, you got a hot date tonight?
Oh yeah. No, I gotta do takeout stuff.
Wash your hands before you go out. You'll be like, "Ooh, smell. You smell like fish. You been around another girl?"
Oh. One did. All right, I just saw a fish blow up out here. Oh, and that's the cast to get him. He's gonna eat on the fall. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh no, well, yep, I had him the whole time. I knew it. I could have set the hook on one. I could have set the hook on one, couldn't I have? Yes, I could have. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, get out of the sticks. Get out of the sticks. There we go. I can fight him regular now. Thank you, friend. Bring it in here, you fatty. You want to shake off for yourself? That'd be fun. No? Okay. I like getting my fingers on you. Thank you, friend. If you're wondering what combo I'm throwing, this is the not exactly best swim bait combo I have, but it's a jerkbait special Lose Custom Speed Stick. It's like a 6'7" medium light. Honestly, works pretty well if you want to throw a swim bait on a bait caster. And then I got the BB1 Pro, the best long casting kind of winding reel. Oh, I had the fish the whole time. This is crazy. This one feels bigger. Yeah, this one feels bigger. Oh, biggin'! Yeah. It looks bigger at least. And I got 10-pound Seagar of Brazex fluorocarbon, which is what I usually throw crankbaits and jerkbaits with. And I'm gonna play this fish real slow because he looked much bigger when he jumped. And this would be a really good fish to end the video on. Oh gosh. Yeah, he's bigger. Yeah, he's bigger. Well, only like 4. Not a huge fish, but a good quality Texas pre-spawn specimen. Gosh, he ate it. They are eating it on the fall. Come on, bring it in. Bring it. Ah, his teeth are grinding up against it. Oh, he's so fat. Oh, he's so fat. Gosh. Oh, that fish would only go 3 pounds, but he ate it. Holy cow. I wish I had more time. Why didn't I come over here earlier? Ah, so many questions I have in my head. We are crushing the fish. At least I am from the bank. They are from the boat as well. Throwing a little swim bait, and look at him in that outcast swim bait head. Oh, they're so fat. Thank you, friend. Gosh, this is awesome. This is really cool stuff. And man, that Seagar Brazex so far, what is it, like 12, 14, 13 fish or something like that on this singular setup? I mean, I've got to break off at some point. I would retie, but I don't like cutting line with my teeth. I got like 3 more casts. I gotta go. This is definitely fun though. I'm having a good old-fashioned time. Man, oh man. Days like this, man, make me really grateful that I get to do this for a living. I get to go out here and catch pond fish and lake fish and river fish and all the fish for you guys. Show you how to do it yourselves. That is definitely the dream. So we're gonna check MLF, make sure I'm not running low on time. Yeah, I got a minute and a half. So this will be my last cast, unless I catch one, of course, because you can't catch one on your last cast. That's just criminal. But as we reel this in, if you guys are not subscribed yet and you watched this whole thing, man, hit that subscribe button. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me on the channel. I just love teaching you all how to become better bass anglers as I become a better one myself. And with that said, we'll catch you guys later on TRF.